Alright, so I've said this before, but Genshin Impact has been such a massive hit of a game that there is no way that other companies won't follow suit with games of their own of a similar sort. And would you believe it, here we have a new project from the Chinese publishers Tencent Games. Roco Kingdom is set to be a Pokemon-like open world RPG that has most definitely been spurred on by the success of Genshin Impact, as it adorns a somewhat similar stylistic appearance. Now, at times, video game fans can get a bit unsettled by overt mimicry in the medium, but to be fair, Genshin Impact itself was heavily inspired by The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. And especially in the case of Chinese publishers, due to distribution rights, regulations, and all that corporate stuff, replications of foreign properties for domestic audiences is nothing new. In fact, arguably the biggest game in the world, Honor of Kings, is a Chinese MOBA that came to be when Riot Games could not agree to making a mobile version of League of Legends for Chinese audiences. Honor of Kings may be considered to be a League of Legends knockoff, but with an average of 100 million active users daily in 2020, becoming the highest earning mobile game of all time in September of 2021, I don't think they really care. And while we're on the topic, Honor of Kings is currently producing their own open world iteration of the game dubbed Honor of Kings World, which looks absolutely breathtaking and is likely to become a Genshin Impact competitor as well. But back to Roco Kingdom. This game looks phenomenal and certainly wears its inspirations on its sleeves, as we even have Pokeball-like capture devices called Gulu Balls with stars on the front as opposed to the Pokeball's signature circular button. The world is vibrant, the creature designs are full of charm, the traversal is dynamic, character designs are cute, and battle animations are unreal. Pokemon is personally my favorite video game franchise of all time, and obviously I love Genshin Impact, and so the prospect of combining the two in this way is something that I am very fascinated by. I have seen many Pokemon clones, and although ones like Temtem managed to address a number of fan complaints with the main series games, they seem to lack their own sense of identity and spirit that makes Pokemon as magnificent as it is. But with that being said, Roco Kingdom looks to be a game that may very well be able to step up to the plate and seems to have the financial backing to do so. Not as a Pokemon killer or replacement or anything like that, no, far from it. I mean, that is a beyond impossible task that nobody would ask of a series to do. But like Genshin Impact to Zelda, I think this game has a chance to be something amazing that is all its own. That being said, Roco Kingdom is not a new intellectual property at all. Originally released in 2010, Roco Kingdom began as a browser-based MMORPG, from which point it went on to have a number of theatrical releases, which include a total of 4 movies from 2011 to 2015. A television series from 2013 that lasted 3 seasons, and even a live action series that lasted for 1 season, which is to say that this is most definitely a property with an identity of its own, and if nothing else, is likely to have a pretty good fan base to begin with, composed of fans who may have grown up with the series. And that is something that perhaps no other Pokemon clone can actually achieve, a sense of nostalgia. Perhaps not for fans in the West, but certainly for a number of Chinese players. Now, while the designs of certain pets, as they are called, appear to have largely remained the same, the designs of the player characters have not. Originally, the characters seemed to be anthropomorphic animals themselves, with fur and all, but have since been changed to be more human-like, with the exception of their elongated ears, which remain the same. And the main character that we see seems to sport the very same bandana as the previous one, named Roco. But I am willing to bet that character customization will be available to us, as it was available in the original game. And at that, I can't see why it wouldn't be for a game like this, when as opposed to Genshin Impact's allure of new characters, our sights are more likely to be set on new pets. And of course, with personal character customization comes extra monetization in the form of cosmetics. Not to mention that the Pokemon franchise currently embraces character customization themselves. Now, perhaps even more so than even Genshin Impact, I can only imagine that this game will be especially fun to play in co-op, and that is because it is likely to possess PvP elements, allowing players to battle one another, providing even more reasoning to be obsessed with numbers and the meta. And now at that, if competition concerns you in regards to the future and longevity of Genshin Impact, it absolutely should not. Competition inspires ingenuity and creativity, and as consumers in this sense, we only stand to benefit. At times, MiHoYo can admittedly be a bit stingy and restrictive, but I do have a hard time believing that this would be the case with a bunch of other games fighting for our precious time and wallets. They will be more inclined to entice us to stay, which means even more reasons to play. In the case of Roco Kingdom, the contents differ enough to where they shouldn't be in direct conflict with one another at all. And truly being able to play another fantastic game of a similar sort while I wait on my resin to refresh is enough of a reason for me to be excited. Now, to provide even more information on what we may be able to expect of this game based on its prior iterations, like Pokemon, there are a number of pet elemental typings, of which we have fire, water, grass, electricity, ice, poison, martial arts, soil, wing, cute, insect, stone, dragon, quiet, demon, mechanical, and light. So 17 typings as opposed to Pokemon's 18 typings, which mind you was 117 as well prior to the release of Fairy typing in 2013, which in realizing it's been that long, it makes me feel like an old man. Meanwhile, at the time of this recording, tomorrow will be my 24th birthday. But yeah, then we have the number of Roco Kingdom pets. As compared to Pokemon's 898 creatures, Roco Kingdom has a staggering over 2,000 pets. Suffice to say, that is a lot to work with. The main pet mascot of the series has mostly remained the same and is named Demo. Now, I am very interested to see how the gacha portion of this game ends up being, as selling pets does sound a bit strange to me, but then again, Pokemon has its own gacha game in the form of Masters EX, so it's fair game, I suppose. My hope though is that the monetization strategy ends up being more similar to Pokemon Go, where trainers can pay for additional items and cosmetics at their leisure, and that's mostly it. This game is going to be available on mobile, but after seeing gameplay, I have a hard time believing that it won't be available on PC and the like as well. A cross-platform standard I'm sure they will be willing to adopt. We do not yet have a release date for this project, and it is very much still in development. For reference, Genshin Impact's development began in late January of 2017, and the game was released on September 28th of 2020. This is a game I will certainly be following as time goes on, so if you're interested as well and enjoyed this video and in-depth content like it, be sure to subscribe to Whalestat with notifications on. I've been your host, Slice of Otaku. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.